their division, with only a few points separating the top 5 teams. This means a rivalry that spans over 5 decades at a location that has served on the pitch. 2 men that have stood in defense of Trinidad and Tobago on
spots. They'll be nervously looking over their shoulders.
The history coming in here, old boys, and it's really going to be a tremendous atmosphere, and it's going to be a tight game as well. I mean, it's going to be difficult one to predict, and we're just waiting for the teams to make their way out, and once they do that, we will get action underway here. And guys, Brent,
I was a little bit disappointed with you, Colin. I heard you mention Fatima College as part of the build-up as it relates to the magnitude of this fixture.
Let me turn to Radan for you, because I'm not sure where you're going here.
It is. I think arguably this is the biggest fixture in SSFL over the last 5 to 8 years or so. It's not only brought out a lot of fans that we see in school kids, former students, and just interest for national interest. The reason why, gentlemen, because the winners of the SSFL normally comes from one of these two teams.
Right. And here they come. Radanfa, your thoughts very quickly on this.
Yeah, raucous atmosphere. As you can see, it's a Naparima home game, but there are as many Prez fans as there are Naparima fans here. Could these both sets of players, young guys, of course, these are schoolboys, mind you, could they keep their composure and poise amongst this electric atmosphere?
Yeah. Guys, we're going to talk in a little while about the pitch. Very interesting, the pitch here. I had a walk across, and it was a little damp. It wasn't waterlogged or anything like that, but it's going to be interesting, and especially for defenders. And the both of you will know how a forward like me would have turned both of you on a ground like this.
Unlikely.
But we're gonna talk that in a little while, because we're just looking at the teams. They are greeting each other here as the protocol exists, and there is. They all in blue, and Prez, they are in a yellow top, blue shorts. But here are the two skippers, the officials, referee Nikolai Nairon and his assistants Yaren Gosain, Ainsley Rochard, and the fourth official, Charlize Hood. So those are the respective officials. And the skippers there, just the presentation team, just saying their final prayers, and now the Naparima team saying their final prayers, as we're just waiting for the respective lineups to come up. And there is the two skippers have already made the toss, and here we start with the lineups. Let's look at the Naparima College lineup first. Of course, Tyrese Romain in goal for Naps. There's Hills, Pascal, Cooper, Bailey, Francis, Vespri, Calise, Panto, Alexander, Raymond. And the skipper is in fact the goalkeeper, Romain, and Travis Mulrain, the coach. Let's have a talk, Brent, the formation.
Yeah, there's a 4-3-3. They have youth national team experience in there with Cooper and of course Pascal. The little brother of Andre Raymond is playing for them as well. He played last night in Trinidad and Tobago's Caribbean Cup game.
Let's have a look at the Prez lineups. Lazarus in goal. There's Pemberton, Young, Clement, Jones, George, Brathwaite, Elliott, Barkley, Felix, and Cody Cooper, who is the son of the coach Sean Cooper. The formation, Brent.
Yeah, well, they line up in a 4-2-3-1. Of course, Lazarus, a key goalkeeper for Presentation College. Clement up front playing the lone striker. Expect him to be full of running to make sure he occupy the Naparima College defenders.
Well, we're just about getting ready for the kickoff here in what is expected to be a close, exciting encounter, and we're just awaiting for referee Nairon's whistle. And there we go, as it's Prez with the kickoff, and it's the ball sent right down by Pem to the middle of the field. And guys, we're going to talk a little bit in a little while about the conditions here, because for the first time in the last couple of days we've had a lot of rain.
Yes,
so it's going to make the pitch, this outfield, it's going to be a little slippery. How difficult will it be, Radan, for the defenders?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to ask them if they have the right equipment, you know. But it's not waterlogged. It's going to make the ball move a little bit quicker, especially if it's in the air and it slides off the surface. So you got to get behind the ball. My advice to the attackers obviously will have a shot on goal, and even more importantly to follow up.
Well, here's it cleared away. Brent, the last time we came here, though, it was bone hard. The
Yeah,
field.
and I was
Remember
about to say that, and to go back on what Rudamfa have said, he's right. It's the right equipment, because it's when you walk on it, it is a little bit soft at the top, but it's still very, very hard underneath. And if you don't wear the right equipment, it could be detrimental, because we've seen so many times. I'm sure Rudamfa could bear me through this one. We have a look at Coach Sean Cooper there on the bench. This one mistake can cause you a big game like this. It really comes down to fine margins when you talk about games of this magnitude, and you don't want to be the one making that mistake.
Well, Kalisz was sent it back to Alexander, and he immediately sends it right back upfield. But ball now picked up here by Elliott, but he can't go very far. And we see the referee is coming across to indicate, is it going to be a free kick? He's just checking with Elliott to see if he's all right.
Well, I'm happy to see a challenge like that. Now I know we're in a derby. He's extremely late, Francis.
Whoa!
That's what you get.
Yellow card, Brent?
Well, it's his first challenge, Colin. Don't be so harsh.
Okay, just checking out. I know you defenders
I'm
pick
happy
up for each other.
Exactly. I'm happy I have a defender here with me now, so I know I'll be well protected from you.
Well, here is the ball going all the way through to the keeper Romain. We saw him. He's in fact leading the Naparima team. It goes wide to Kalisz. He's being hunted there by Elliott. And eventually it's still, they're not able to get it away. Naparima, this is good press from presentation. Going down that left side again is looks to be Elliott. They're trying to just again, you see a little slip there from Felix, but the ball is wide towards Brathwaite, getting it in field to Jones, Levi Jones. We saw a lot of him last year, Brent.
Yeah, he normally occupies that sixth position. He's quite mobile, and obviously likes to get stuck in and likes to join in. It's really the progressor for Presentation College, and we've seen a lot of missed time tackles. Another replay here.
Not a booking again, right?
Well, it's very early, Colin. You could ask me that 10 minutes on.
I couldn't be a referee. I couldn't be a referee. I would put a stop to that one time. But here is Naparima looking to come forward with Vespri. Going up that right side is the fullback in Kalisz. He does well. Can he get the ball over? I think he's won a corner. So Kalisz has won the first corner of the game after just coming up to 4 minutes. And it's going to be a right-sided corner for Naparima. Just wait and see how they set up here defensively. Presentation, is it a man for man, or are they going zonal?
It's a zone.
Yep, it is a zone, as here is the corner, goes over to the far post, heads go up, but couldn't really get on top of it. It looked to be Cooper coming in from the back, the central defender, or one of the two central defenders, and you could see they were aiming for him, but he just couldn't get it over the ball enough.
Yeah, I think his timing, Duff, you may agree here, his timing was a bit off, because he always looked like he was leaning backwards, and maybe if he was running onto it and timed the flight of the football, he may have gotten better purchase on it.
Yeah, jumped too early there.
Here's the goal kick from Lazarus. Headed back forward as Prez getting possession through George. He goes right-sided towards Felix. Felix playing that ball further down that line towards Brathwaite. The shot! Oh, just wide! Very ambitious. He was at a difficult angle, but I'm wondering, was he going for the far post? But it certainly went wide as he cut inside. He seemed to use the out.
Yeah, good first slip. That's going to do his confidence the world of good. And as I said, with the slippery surface, shooting from distance is not a bad idea.
Well, I was looking at goalkeeper Tyrese Romain's reaction, guys, and it looked like he was a lot concerned with that effort.
Yeah.
I did think it was a bit off. It was ambitious, as you rightfully said, But I'm looking at Romain, and he left the ground early.
He gave me the impression that ball was headed towards target. That's why I got a little excited. I do, excuse me, guys, but he gave me the impression that was on target. But here goes Prez, but it's well blocked by Cooper, and he goes wide to his left, gets it to Hills, but it's won back here by Felix. And going up that left side is in fact Raymond now, the small figure of Raymond, but couldn't really control it. The bounce was a little bit tough on him, and in fact it's going to be a free kick for Prez. The kick taken, it's with Felix. Goes down that right side looking for Brathwaite, but Hills is there, plays it out, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Felix with the throw. This is Hills. Getting it upfield, but coming across nicely and intercepting is Pemberton.
Well covered, spot the danger, not taking any risks early on, and that could end up in Rosehead, no problem.
So a throw for Naparima. It's going to be the long one from Francis. Scored a wonderful goal last time we were here. Picked up the ball at an inside left, cut inside, and played the reverse shot going back to the first post. Caught the keeper napping, and at that time put Naparima 2-0 up against St. Benedict's, and we know what happened after that. Well, here goes Presentation trying to come forward with it. Raymond. Well, the referee says play on. Raymond keeping his foot in, does well. This is Raymond, gets the cross in. It's headed away by Cooper. Elliott picks it up. Going wide now with it. In fact, it's Barclay. This is Barclay now. He turns with it. Has some room in front of him. Gets it to Elliott. Back to Barclay. This is good. As they go down that left side through Clement. Clement getting the better of the fullback. Gets it across. And it's going to be cleared away. So a good move from Presentation. Coming down that left side.
Yeah, I think Alexander overrun the ball, which allowed Presentation the opportunity to put it across the goal. That could have ended up a lot worse than it eventually did. Let's have another look at it here. Look at Alexander overplaying the ball, allowing the attacker to get on the inside of him. And if there was a better service into the box, may have seen a 1-0 lead for Presentation College. Both teams starting a bit nervy, gentlemen.
As expected in such a game of this magnitude. Press certainly on the front foot early on, though. They're pressing on a lot higher. It seems as though Naps are taking their pressing confrontation at the center circle.
Well, here goes Elliott. Looking to play it. He was looking to use the outside of his boot, trying to curl it back towards Clement. But never got the curl on it. And it went straight through to the keeper, who sends a long ball up that left side, looking for Raymond. He can't keep it in. And Felix is going to take the throw, sends it in field to George. George plays a good ball forward as it's intercepted here by Bailey. But this is long ball played forward. Again. That's a good ball out to wide. This is Vespri. Sends it infield, but straight to the keeper. So Vespri making that run. Trying to get it across, but never really got it. And there is the cross, but straight to the keeper. There's some of the crowd here. Certainly a lot of, we talked a lot about some of the past students in terms of football, Brent, but you know, you're talking of former prime ministers.
Yeah.
Basdeo Pandey, Patrick Manning, going
Faris
to
Alwari as well.
Yep, going to
schools.
Yeah, and then of course former cricketers, Nicholas Puran,
correct,
and Darren Ganga.
And of course entertainers,
yep,
Kess and Marshall Montano. Between both schools, they seem to have covered every sphere of Trinidad and Tobago.
That's right.
Not to be left out, the former president of the country, Anthony Carmona.
Correct.
And late Noor Hassan Ali.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Carmona is here. He's an avid football fan.
Yes, he is. Well, here is Elliott. Young. This is Young in possession now. Sends the ball across, but it's cleared back upfield. And Pemberton. Oh, sorry, Cooper. Playing it wide towards Felix. But it's one back here. Here goes Panto with it. Going up that left side. Trying to cut back in field. As Raymond plays a good ball. This could be a danger here. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Panto. And it goes out. And it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation.
I like the look of the diminutive Raymond on the left side. Very tenacious. He's very direct. And I think he's going to be a good weapon for them with his changes of direction, his low center of gravity. We see the Presentation defenders are tall boys, and it's going to be a tough day for them.
Well, this is Young. Very much left-footed. Looks to go down the line. That's a pretty good ball as Barkley is giving chase, but cross comes Alexander. It's going to be a throw for Presentation. So far, the conditions have been good. It's I think the ball is bouncing through and going towards the intended targets. There's a long throw, deep headed on, and cleared away by Hills. But it's going to be picked up in the midfield here. But sent right back down and then cleared out. It's going to be a throw for Presentation. So Pemberton and Cooper at the back for Presentation. Solid pairing as Hills pumps it forward, looking there for Pantor, but it's picked up by Cooper. By Cooper, and he gives it to Pemberton. Pemberton plays that long ball forward. Caliste is there. And he's allowing it to run out. Oh, he's given a corner. What happened there? Well, he was shepherding the ball out, and Elliott came from nowhere and seemed to have kicked it against him. There's Brian Williams, of course.
So young Jordan Riley as well.
Oh yeah, Jordan Riley. I didn't make him out.
Yeah, of course, a stalwart with Presentation College.
Yeah.
So it's a good side there. Of course, Elden experience.
Here is the heads.
That's a good header by Cooper.
Yep.
Very good header. Because he was sandwiched by two Presentation College players. And we talked about his missed timing in the offensive end, but he got his timing right there defensively.
Spot on, and he had to. Again, a player with a TTPFL experience. Caribbean Shield, so he's going to be their leader in the back. Solid, good in the air.
Well, here is Presentation with Levi Jones. Gets it wide to Young, even though Young had to go back and retreat and pick up the loose ball.
See, Naps are happy to have the two centre backs with the ball, sit back a little bit, and I think they're thinking about countering with Kanye Francis and Panther using their pace.
Long ball there from Cody Cooper, but was overhit. It's going to be a goal kick for Naparima.
Yeah, and I'm just hearing little snippets of Coach Cooper on the side. And he's saying to his defenders to be a bit patient and keep possession, because as you rightfully mentioned, as we look at Travis Marine, the head coach of Naparima College, as you mentioned, they're sitting deep. So you really, if you are Presentation College, you want to pass and try to play. If you try punting it long, you're just playing into their hands.
Absolutely.
Well, here's a ball wide for Vespri. He's being harassed there by Young, trying to get around Young. And Vespri actually plays it back for Caliste. He looks to get the cross in, not a great one, and it's cleared downfield. Elliott picks it up nicely, being harassed by Caliste. He's looking for some support, gets it to Clement. Clement still in possession, and he is now being harassed there by, let's see, that was not Alex, that was Pascal, and it came off of Elliott, came off of Clement. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Caliste is going to take it. looking for some movement. Coming towards him was Francis, but he goes beyond Francis, looking for Panto. But it's picked up in the midfield, goes wide. But Naparima regaining possession, but they hand it back to Prez. And it's George in that midfield. But this is Vespri as well. He does very well. Gets it back to, this is Cooper now in possession for Naparima. Looking to come forward with it. Gets it to Hills. Hills decides to go back to Cooper. Good patient build up now from Naparima. Ooh, that's very brave, but he got away with it. Was Alexander. This is Calice. Goes back to Alexander. So Naparima just taking their time now, slowing things down, trying to build from the back.
And I don't have a problem with that, because the game was a bit.
Wide on the left, no, he gives it back to Alexander. He then plays a good ball into the middle, gets it to Bailey. Bailey goes to Hills. This is good football, good build up so far from Naparima. Goes to Rodan for his favorite player at the moment, that's Raymond. And he sends the cross in, a little too close to the keeper. And Lazarus holds on to it. So this is Cooper. Raymond being confronted by Felix. Sends the ball across and headed away. Picked up there in the middle by Bailey. Goes all the way back to Cooper.
This is much better from Naparima now.
Yeah.
Taking this thing out of the game, taking control of the game, in fact. When it's tight, they're using the other side, not forcing it now. They're growing in confidence, and this is a good sign for them.
Long ball forward, and he slips. But this could be a chance from Francis. Goes wide. Well, we see the problem at times at the ground, because Pemberton, going into the tackle, slip, gave Francis the opportunity to turn with it, and never really got the shot on target. And in the end, it's a goal kick for Presentation.
He rushed it a bit, and I think he had a little more time than he thought.
Yeah, he certainly did. And talked about equipment with them for.
Yeah, guys are sliding around.
Yeah, centre half there slipping right before he's taking kind of again Francis going to the ground.
Well, here's Elliott, hit a little too wide of him, and it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Calice is going to take it. This is Pascal, has to go all the way back to Cooper. Still Cooper in possession, plays that ball forward towards Bailey. Bailey goes wide to Raymond. Going up that left side is Hills, and there was Raymond trying a little bit of fancy footwork, and didn't really work because it's cleared downfield. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. A really super crowd here at Lewis Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College ground. As eventually it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. A little bit of pushing on Francis.
In a game.
Coming up to 20 minutes here. Don't miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. Here's the ball flicked on, but it's going to go wide. And eventually, let's see, is it going to be cleared? Yes. and it's going to be a throw for Naparima. So don't miss the excitement also of the ISA Schoolboy Football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. So you can get all the action on that SportsMax app. But here's the long throw and headed away. Elliott is giving chase, but I don't think he's going to get there before it goes out, and it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Still, no goals yet. Coming up to 21 minutes. As Francis gets it to Khalees. He's going to go back to Alexander. This is Cooper. Sorry, that's Hills in possession. As he starts to come forward, is he going to go back? Yes, he does. Gets it to Bailey. Bailey plays a long ball, looking maybe for Vespri to make the run, but it was overhit. Goes all the way to Lazarus. He gets it to Young. Young chips it towards Elliott, who heads that ball on to Barclay. Still Barclay looks to play it through. This could be a chance. Clement, is he brought down? Yes, says the referee. It's a penalty for presentation. The ball was played from Barclay into Clement. He slipped the defender, and he was just about ready to unleash when he was brought down.
Yeah, and that all started with a slip here from the wing-back Khalees Alexander, and then it moved on to Cooper, who also slipped in the middle, and the ball eventually getting to its target. As we have another look at it here, look at Cooper just coming up off the ground. He slipped and was out of position, and look at the wing back there. Hills as well slipped, and then eventually a penalty. So 3 slips at the back led to the penalty. Again, going back to Rodamfa's point, its part here in that goal in the lead up to the penalty.
Well, Naparima, Presentation have a penalty in minute number 23. And it's going to be, is it Elliott? I'm not too sure. I'm not seeing the player taking the penalty. Oh, he's hit it over the bar. Well. He ran, he stopped, and then it was Young who took the penalty, Daryl Young. And, I must admit, guys, and I'm not going to say this because he missed it. I hate to see that run up for a penalty. But he must have slipped as well.
I'm never in favor of the stutter step. He never looked confident, and he scooped under the ball. It was a horrible penalty, really. And again, maybe the occasion getting the better of him.
I just wonder, guys, if there was a slight slip in the stutter step when he was trying to plant his foot to make the connection with the ball, because it looked like he wasn't comfortable when he eventually did.
Well, here's Clement, the man who was brought down for the penalty, trying to get the better of Khalees.
Here's another look at it. I wonder if he slips here. No, he doesn't.
No.
It was just a very poor penalty kick.
He was also leaning back when he got to it, and it from the time he was, you always see that ball. There's a chance. Oh, what a brilliant save!
Wow,
what a brilliant save! And that ball should have been put in the back of the net there by Brathwaite, and he never seemed to really hit it. But still, give Romain loads of credit. He stretched and just got the palm of his left hand, and he was able to keep it out.
Fine save, point blank, but that should be 1-0 to Presentation, really.
Well, it should be 2-0 now.
Should be 2-0. But we see both teams employing the long throw. Every time it goes beyond the 18-yard box, they're throwing it in long, and we're seeing results here.
Well, here is the corner. Goes to swinging into the far post. Barclay with the header. Eventually, Hills bangs it upfield. Comes to Pemberton. Well, not sure what Pemberton was trying, but in fact, let's see if the ball, it is going to go out of play. I was going to think maybe Brathwaite would have got it, but it went on beyond him.
Well, it's another long throw into the box. That's slight. Oh, it looks like Cooper got a touch to it. That took this thing. Did recover well there because it looked like the ball beat him. It looked like there's a hint of handball as well. I tell you what, I agree with you, Ramford. That should have been into the back of the net, irrespective of the deflection from Cooper. Just didn't have the conviction when he made.
Never seemed to hit it, did he?
No, it just looked like he was surprised. That the ball eventually came to him and he didn't make the right connection. That is a chance, and you have to wonder in a game of such fine margins will that come back to haunt them? Of course, you could also add the penalty kick as well, because going back to the point made, the stutter step was never on there.
Well, 25 minutes gone. We still await the first goal here. Naparima on presentation as Naparima with a free kick. So here is the kick sent upfield. Well, it's now going to be actually sent upfield. Goes, coming in at the far post was Vespri. He couldn't get to it, and it goes out for a goal kick.
That's not the first time. Not convincing from goalkeeper Lazarus. He opted to stay on his line this time. The first time he came and flapped at it. This time he stayed on his line. And really, half step more and they would have been punished.
But you know, Rudolph, as a defender, you want a goalkeeper to sometimes take charge of a situation. And I'm sure the likes of Cooper, etc. at the back would not be happy with that, because now they're going to be second guessing themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Francis goes all the way back to Alexander. Kalis. This is Bailey. Goes wide to Hills. Cooper. Still Cooper. Swings it here towards Kalis, but not a good ball. It goes out and it's going to be a throw for presentation. Guys, who do you all think at this point in time is having the better of the game? Yes, presentation missed a penalty. They then should have scored, but would you say they're in the ascendancy?
I think that penalty and that incident after it came against the run of play, Naps were starting to stamp their authority on the game. So that was a bit of a surprise to me. They need to be a little more patient and get the ball through the midfield. Every time they skip the midfielders, they lose possession. So could they be a little more composed, get the ball into feet, get options off of him so that they could progress the ball forward?
Well, they've won a corner, presentation, a left-sided corner.
I think the fact that Naparima College started to stroke the ball around, it shows that if they do that, and as Rodolfo rightly said, and utilize the middle of the park in their build-up and progress the ball, they have the better opportunities that way. Every time they try to go too direct, both teams that is, they seem to lose their way.
But here's Barclay with the corner. The heads go up. It's headed away. But goes to Elliott. He can't get a proper shot in, and it's sent upfield to Panto. But he's being harassed at the moment by Felix. And there goes Raymond. Wins it off of Felix. Cuts in with it. Looking for some support. Oh, he tried to play it through to Panto. It came off the heel of Panto. And the presentation are able to come away with it. This is Barclay. Getting it back here towards Pemberton. This is Young.
I wonder if the challenge after Raymond played the ball could have been adjudged a foul. As I have another look at it here, he plays the ball off and he was crunched afterwards. He certainly could have an argument for a foul there.
Yeah, no advantage play.
Yeah, no advantage play. But you're right, Rudam, for every time he picks the ball up, this young man here, the crowd gets on their feet and we here get excited.
Here he is in possession again, trying to go past Felix, but not on this occasion. I think what isn't good about Raymond is his height. You know, when you get a small player like that with the kind of touches, suddenly, you know, every time he picks up the ball, you get excited because you just feel he's going to do something with it. Here's Francis with a long throw. Eventually, it's cleared upfield, but let's see. Clement picks it up nicely, gets the return ball. This is Barclay. Still Barclay making a good run, gets it through. This is Brathwaite in possession. Tries to get it across and it's intercepted and it's gone for a right-sided corner for presentation. Nice bit of movement. Barclay seems to be getting more and more into the game for presentation. And he in fact is one of the attacking midfielders.
Yeah, that's a good break. Just able to keep him wide and the covering defender gets a leg in. But they have to be wary on the counter-attack. Even if they have to fall on the halfway line and break it all up, that might be the better option.
Maybe Cooper could have stayed on his feet there.
Perhaps. Shame wide.
Launching in.
Here's Young with the corner to the back post, but it's cleared out again. So this time it's going to be a right-sided corner. Barkley is going to take this one.
Neither team has dealt with the crossbars or long throws convincingly. They've managed to get it away, but only just.
Here it is played infield. This is Cody Cooper. Never really got over it. Typical central defender's shot.
I'm not surprised you said that, Colin. I knew it was coming at some point.
Went high over the bar. Here comes Naparima. Still, we await the first goal. We've been playing for just about half an hour as that ball is played forward. This is Elliott going down the left side. Plays the ball through to Barkley. And let's see what is the call. The referee says it's going to be a goal kick. Came off of Barkley last. And it's going to be Naparima's goal kick.
Yeah, that's good defending, getting his body across. Got it wrong earlier on in the game, but spot on there.
Well, here's Alexander. Khalees. Comes off of Elliott, so it's going to be a throw for Khalees. No goals yet in this Southern derby. Khalees, not a good kick. Eventually, it's headed upfield, but picked up by George, and eventually it's as Pemberton comes away with it, gets it to Elliott, takes it nicely in his chest, and trying to get through a wall of Naparima defenders, but they give it right back to Presentation, as this is Brathwaite. He can't get hold of it. Hills clears it upfield. This is Panto in a real tussle there with Pemberton, and the assistant referee says that a bit of pushing on the part of Pemberton, so it's going to be a free kick for Naparima.
It's all over him there. He doesn't have to foul him. He just has to send him back. He doesn't even have to win the ball. That's over anxious and overzealous defending. Now you've given away a free kick in a really dangerous area.
And we've seen, Duff, to add to your point, both teams struggle to deal with set plays coming into the box. That's the last thing you want to do, and you're right, it's so unnecessary, really.
There was a picture of Sean Cooper shouting to his defenders to get out, or at least take them away from the goalkeeper. But this is Hills. He's looked to have a crack, but didn't get very far. And it's going to be a free kick, as looked to be Cooper being brought down. Cooper was winning the ball and was trying to worm his way through the defense. There he is. The shot firstly coming from Hills. The ball went towards Cooper, and he was trying to go in between a couple defenders, and eventually it seemed to be Levi Jones who brought him down. So it's going to be a free kick.
Well, this is going to be interesting, and you have the guile and craft of Francis and the pure brute force of Cooper, who seems to be walking away now. Who's your pick, gentlemen?
Well, it could very well be Francis. Francis is standing up over the ball at the moment. There he is.
Yeah, Francis seems intent on having this one. Clement is hanging around as well.
Well, here the shot comes, and that's good bit of goalkeeping. Lazarus falling to his left and making sure that ball did not come back off of his body. Good bit of goalkeeping. Here is the free kick. The shot coming there from Bailey.
Did well to keep it low. We've seen in those sorts of situations where players lean back and poor technique, and the ball rifles over the bar. But of course, Bailey kept his head over it.
Raymond goes over, and I think we're going to see the first booking of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was coming. I think it's for consistency of the foul. And again, another cross ball into the box, as we have another look at it here, just hacking at it. And
it was Panto who was brought down by Cooper.
And go back to what Rudamfa said, you just need to be patient as a defender, keeping him away from your goal. Just stay patient.
So here is the free kick.
It's a good ball.
Cleared away. Keeper was coming, but they couldn't take the chance.
I tell you what, he was late.
Yeah.
He came, but he was late.
So it's going to be a left-sided corner for Naparima. So Cody Cooper getting the first yellow card of the afternoon. here is the corner. Again, the heads go up and it's cleared off the line. The shot comes back. A lot of bodies in the way, and then it was hit high over the bar by Khalees. So lots of bodies in the way. We've seen some really good corners though, guys. I think the corners have been going somewhere towards the far post, and both you have Cooper from Naparima getting up, and then you have Barclay and Pemberton and Cody Cooper as well from presentation. When they have the corners, those are the target men.
Yeah, the deliveries have been good in dangerous areas, so you don't want to be giving too many corners away or free kicks around your box. Cooper again getting up, heading it back across, and the ensuing scramble almost blasted home.
We look at, of course, a confirmation of the yellow card, Cooper from Presentation College. And you just feel that if there is to be an opening goal, chance it will probably come from a dead ball situation. Because not only the delivery is good, but the type of personnel that are attacking the football. Cooper is very good in the air. Both sides, both Coopers for that matter.
Yep. That's right.
Both from Prez and Naps, and they seem, and when they do get their head onto the football, they know exactly where they want to place it. I think the follow-up shot from Francis was well on target as well.
Well, here's Cody Cooper, but he gives it away. It's one back in the middle of the field. And good turn, and is he brought down? No, says there. Yes. So a foul committed there on Bailey, and it's going to be a free kick for Naparima. Has it lived up to its billing yet, guys? Here we just have a look at that free kick there. As
yeah, that's late.
Yep,
that's very late there by
Felix.
By Felix. Lived up to the excitement around it, and not necessarily the quality on it. Is late again.
Well, again, and it's headed out.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy. He really is, because he was late, and if Pascal had a little tinge of bravery in him, he would have gotten the necessary touch to put it into the back of the net. But I think once he heard the footsteps of Lazarus, he got out of the way. But that was a chance.
It certainly was, but Cooper was there to head it away for another corner, and danger again for Presentation. Just coming up to 37.5 minutes. We await the first goal here. Can it be from this corner? Another good corner towards the back post, and no one with the header. And
it looks like Lazarus.
He's down at the moment. Yeah, did he get a touch?
It seemed that way, and for all his late comings, he came good there, because I tell you what, I'm looking at Cooper forming up in the air as we have a look at, of course, the stats so far. Very even in the pass completion segment, and also in the possession segment, and it has been that type of game. It's not much in terms of quality, but certainly the endeavor and purpose is there. But yeah, I think if you were to take a snapshot of what we've seen so far, it has been dominated by dead ball situations. Yeah. As we have another look at it.
Lazarus done well there. Yes, he's come, and yes, he's hesitated. Yes, he stayed maybe when he should have come, but he's done well there. Give him credit for that.
Well, he's down at the moment, but he should be up very shortly.
Yeah, he looks like he put a little short on confidence now, but that would help him out a bit. That was a good intervention. Certainly
will. Well, don't miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. And of course, don't miss the excitement as well of the ISA schoolboy football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. So don't forget, you can get onto that SportsMax app and get all the action as that ball is swung down. It's going to be a throw for Presentation, or some Naparima, sorry. Hills is going to throw it. Gets it infield, but it's picked up here by Cody Cooper as he gets that ball, now playing it forward. Hills with the throw. But in Presentation, regain possession as George looking to come forward with it now. Still does well, gets it to Jones. Oh, That was a tough one, but Jones comes out good with it. And Brathwaite sending it downfield towards Barkley. Gets it back to Brathwaite. Brathwaite playing it to Barkley. This is a chance. Oh, that's good keeping again. Was he offside? Yes, he was. I thought he was ahead of the defenders, but our angle couldn't tell. But immediately the flag went up. But had it not, would have been a good bit of goalkeeping.
Good movement, peel away from his centre back, but just stepping offside.
So it wouldn't have counted. But again, excellent keeping by Romain. So the free kick has been taken. Calise sends that ball upfield. And that's a really good tackle in the end, because you just felt that Francis was getting away with the possession of that ball as it was played through to him. He was running on nicely to it. And then a sliding tackle there from Pemberton, intercepted. And the ball went out for a corner for Naparima.
Last-ditch lunge from him there. Very important intervention.
Tell you, Francis seemed to be getting onto it.
Yeah.
And we saw Francis here, Rodan, for when they played against Benedicts, and he scored a wonderful goal, almost a solo effort. So here is the corner. It's going to be taken by Bailey for Naparima. Again, another very testing corner. Goes to the far post. No one is there to attack it. And it goes out. It's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. No goals yet.
Yeah, unconvincing from the defender with the corner, but they're lucky that it just squirms out back post. Nobody from Naparima in attendance. Lazarus was all at sea there once more.
Well, here's Cody Cooper. Goes wide to Felix. Felix still in possession. Turns with it, plays it down the line looking for Brathwaite, but it's picked up by Hills. He sends it in field, but to no one in particular. Pemberton clears it, but it's won back here by Vespri. He gets it to Calise. Calise goes back to Alexander. Alexander to Cooper. And we've seen this so many times in the game. Slow, methodical build-up at the back from Naparima as Calise. They're going to go back again. Start back again with Alexander and Cooper. Waiting for the opening. Very patient indeed as Hills. He's going to look to come back again. So they're waiting for that opening. Very, very, very patient at the moment. As Hills plays it forward. That's a good ball to Francis. Francis coming in field with it. This could be danger. That's a really good tackle from Cooper. Plays it downfield. And eventually it's won back by Naparima. This is Vespri looking to come in field with it. Going between the two defenders. This is good from Vespri. He's looked to plays it back to Bailey. Bailey trying to get it across to Raymond. Headed away. But again, it's picked up by Pascal. Pascal giving it to Francis. He slips as he plays it out to Calise. 43 minutes gone. We have 2 minutes and whatever added on time there will be. The ball played towards Francis. Plays it across field, but it's picked up here by Pemberton. The ball goes wide. That it towards Elliott. Elliott looking to get Clement going. Alexander gives it straight back to Elliott. He tries to find Barkley. And eventually, Alexander, no one really getting hold of the ball at the moment. It's going back and forth from blue to yellow. But this time, it's played through. Again, not a good ball. They need to just slow things down, don't they, Radenfa?
It's not necessarily slow things down. Could you be a little more composed on the football?
And accurate in your passing.
Yeah.
Well, it's Alexander. We are into the final minute of this first half. Yet to see a goal. It's with Bailey. Looking for Raymond. Heads it on. Giving chase. But Felix is going to get there before him. And he ushers it out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. So it's a goal kick for Presentation. Just waiting to see just how much added on time there will be. So we understand that after the 45 minutes is up, we should hear the referee's Nyron's whistle. And there it is, the halftime, no added on time. And it's goalless at the half here in this southern derby between Naparima and Presentation. We've had a missed penalty from Presentation, another clear-cut chance that Brathwaite should have scored. So we're at the half here at Lois Street in the heart of San Fernando. It's Naparima College 0, Presentation College 0. We're going to take a short break and come right back.
SSFL Premiership.
Welcome back here to Lois Street in San Fernando, the home of Naparima College. It's halftime in this southern derby between Naparima and Presentation. Let's have a look at the first half highlights. Well, the referee Nikolai Nyron got the game going, and Presentation was quickly on the attack. A shot from Brathwaite went wide, and then we had Clement trying to get infield. This was a good run, and getting it across, but no one in particular before it was cleared away. and then Naparima coming into their own. Vespri sending a shot, a tame one really, to goalkeeper Lazarus, who had no problems. And then Francis again, looking to give himself a little bit more room, but going wide with that shot. And then Barclay playing it to Clement. He went down. Hills, the man bringing him down. The penalty was taken by Young, and look what happened. Over the bar. Not a very good penalty at all by Young, and it remained goalless here. You could see the presentation bench. They couldn't believe it that he had kicked that over the bar. And then a ball thrown infield, and there's Brathwaite. Should have banged it home. He sort of tried to side foot it. It got a deflection, and then the goalkeeper, he got to his left and pushed it. And then a free kick straight to Lazarus. He was getting down low, held on to it nicely, and then another one headed away by Cooper. Saw the danger, and he headed away. And then a good interception by Pemberton. So it was the halftime, goalless. Let's have a look at the stats. 4 shots from Naps, 3 from presentation, 2 shots on target as opposed to 1 from presentation, 3 fouls to 5. 1 yellow card going to Cody Cooper, no red cards, 1 offside for Prez, 5 corners to 4 in favor of Prez, 1 save from Nap, 2 to Prez, and then possession. Naparima just having a little bit of a better possession, 51 to 49. Let's go down to Brent Sancho. He's got a very, very special guest with him.
Yes, you're correct, Colin. I do have a special guest with me, none other than Nicholas Puran, of course, T20 West Indies player, and of course a former Naparima student as well. Nicholas, it's so good to see you here. What's your thoughts on what you've seen here this afternoon?
First of all, it's really nice to be here. I'm surprised, to be honest. The atmosphere it's really nice, especially for a football game, a school football game. It's amazing. I haven't been to one of these in a long, long time, and I'm just really happy to be here today.
Well, of course, we know you played cricket at Naparima College, but I have to ask you, you must have dabbled in a little bit of football.
Oh, for sure, for sure. When I was younger, I wasn't the best footballer, but I tried to learn. I remember when I have a couple of free periods, this is when Naps just opened their gym. I used to find myself down there, getting banged by the footballers, but, I really enjoyed those days, and it was really fun for me.
Well, you are, of course, a testament to young student athletes progressing onwards after school. What are some of the words of advice you would give to some of our young athletes here on the pitch here today?
For me, it was really simple. It's just a couple of things. It's 1, believe in your dream. No one can stop you. The only person can stop you is yourself. 2 is discipline. Discipline, it's everything. Discipline is the key to success, and you need to have that discipline and respect for yourself, for each other, everyone around you. And when you get to that other stage, that's when you realize that that's the basics in life. The basics will take you throughout. And if I have a chance to talk to these kids, I just want to, motivate them, help them understand what's really important. What's really important is not showing off, not being too cocky, not being too big about yourself, but being humble. Being humble as a child, and just believing in your dream, working hard, because the sky's the limit for every single person.
Well, one piece of advice from a stalwart, from a good school in Naparima College, and now I'm going to present you with a young man who's an ace goalkeeper for presentation, Lazarus.
Preparation mentally and physically. Very, very long season, so we have to make sure that our body is ready for this tough and long season. With scouts seeing us play, there's going to be more option for younger players to take their career to the next level. The previous goalkeeper, he used to motivate me a lot, and I take a lot of the information that he would have given me in the previous season, and I try to implement it into my game. My pre-game ritual is just listening to music and trying to get focus for the game. My mentor is my dad, and he pushes me to the next level. He always motivates me, even when I don't feel to come and train because it's tough. He motivates me to go and try my best. My goals for this season, personally, I want to keep at least 10 clean sheets for the season, and my main goal is to try to win the Intercal and the league.
The crowds are here for the Southern Derby presentation. College, Naparima College so far. The score 0-0 here at Lewis Street, San Fernando. Brent Sancho, such a pleasure to see you interviewing Nicholas Puran. Truly a symbol of hard work and resilience.
Yeah, and I like the words of wisdom that he imparted. Of course, one of my favorite cricket players, Nicholas Puran, a young man right here from Naparima College, of course, showing progression all the way up to the professional ranks. A true good story coming out of Naparima College.
Well, as we talk about the first half, Rodolfo, Naparima College, where did they lack?
I think a little bit in their creativity and sometimes in their patience. Yes, they're a little bit patient and methodical in their build-up, but could they get the ball through the lines a little quicker so that they could get Kanye involved? Yeah. He has been underwhelming so far. He hasn't got the ball in the right positions. He's always had 2 or 3 around him, and they need to get him involved more so we could see a little more of his craft and his guile.
Brent, when we look at Presentation College, a missed penalty, a few missed opportunities as well that look like a sure score. Where did they lack?
I think they lacked in composure and a bit of quality, and similar traits to what we've seen from Naparima College. They lack in those departments. Barkley looks like a force when he's powering through the middle of the park. But yes, you go back to that penalty miss. You also go back to that other chance that they had. And you just wonder from a Presentation College perspective, we talked about the tight margins a game like this provides to us. Is that going to be the catalyst for their downfall? Because I do think there were 2 big opportunities for them to take the lead.
Absolutely. Now, what is going to make the difference in terms of the win today, Rodolfo, from looking at the matchup between these teams?
With a game so tight, I think the set plays, both teams have struggled to deal with the set plays well enough, I think. They've been unconvincing. And could you get a good delivery in? Could someone with a little extra desire get in at the end of one of those crosses and give them perhaps a 1-0 win today?
Well, the crowds are going crazy because the teams are ready to come back out. Remember, for all of the schoolboy football action in Jamaica, the Trinidad and Tobago Secondary Schools Football League, and even the PFL here in Trinidad and Tobago, you can definitely download the SportsMax app and keep in tune with everything happening. We hand you over to Colin Murray as we get ready for the second half.
Thank you very much, guys. As the teams, as you rightly said, Hans, are making their way back out onto the field. The substitutes followed by the starting 11. I don't think there are any changes as yet. We'll have to confirm. We'll have to confirm if there are any changes by either team. Doesn't seem so at the moment. So there is the presentation team just saying their final prayers for the start of the second half. And the officials as well making their way back out. Of course, the Secondary Schools Football League now used to be the Colleges Football League, and of course in the days of these two and St. Benedict's and and Fatima, St. Mary's, QRC, it was then the Colleges Football League, and that has since changed, of course, with a number of secondary schools coming into the equation, and the senior comprehensives, Mukarapu Senior Comp and Malik and all of these teams. So it was a good name change there. And now you have more of the less colleges actually in.
And more the secondary schools.
What has happened to Trinity College, Brent?
I was about to tell you a little bit.
Yeah, give me a little history of Trinity College.
I was going to give you history in colleges league football.
Please do.
Not just Trinity College.
Please.
It's illustrious history with pass us by our production time. But you're right, my first Colleges League game was a certain final, a Rima Senior Comprehensive against San Fernando Technical at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Yeah. Sold out crowd. Of course, the likes of Kerry Jameson, Mutty up front for Rima and others.
Well, here is the start of the second half. long ball forward. And let's see, presentation, regaining possession here with Young. Unfortunately, the man who missed the penalty gets it to Elliott, who gets it back to Young. Sends it long ball forward. Being chased by Elliott, he can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. Ball sent downfield. In fact, won by Panto. Plays it to Vespri. Vespri plays it infield as Naparima now trying to string a few passes together. Goes wide towards Raymond. Plays it infield. That's a good ball, but Bailey slows it down, gets it all the way back towards Cooper. He goes wide to Kalis. Kalis swings it across. Raymond is all by himself. Tries to go past the man there in Brathwaite. Comes off of Brathwaite. It's going to be a left-sided corner. Huge crowd here. Then probably, you know, when you look at a game like this, and you'd have thought, well, of course, yeah, I was going to say maybe it should be in the stadium, but obviously that will take away the advantage that Naparima would have, the home advantage.
I think it's pegged at over probably 3,000 plus.
At least that.
I like the intimacy of Lewis Street.
Yeah. You know, I like, you know, it's compact and nice, and it's good. It's created a great atmosphere. Here's the corner. Again, we've seen some really good corners, and in fact, it's kicked upfield by Elliott. So it's going to be a throw for Naparima. As Francis is going to take the throw. We have a half-time score in another game between Speyside and Arima North. And Arima North Secondary, they're leading 3-0 at half-time. And that's a good result for them because they're in Tobago. And Speyside is not an easy team to get the better of in Tobago. But here is a throw-in for Naparima. Kalis gets it towards Alexander. The ball is played wide to Hills. Trying to get the reverse ball. Brathwaite, just not a very tall young man, and they had a little problem with the bounce of that ball, but he much prefers it on the ground as he plays that ball up the line to Barkley. That's a good, strong challenge coming in from Cooper, not allowing Barkley to run with it. And it's going to be a throw for Naparima. Sorry for presentation. And the throw is going to be taken by Felix. He's going to be looking for some movement, no doubt. Getting it from Barkley, who heads it on. But heading it away. It's picked up here in the middle of the field by George. He goes wide to his left, to Young. Young. Back in field to George. George just a little bit, he was a little lucky, dilly-dallying on the ball. And Young, is he brought down? Yes, he is. It's going to be a free kick for presentation. In the meantime, a Naparima player is down. It looks like Hills from Naparima is down. And the referee, Nyron, has now seen it. He's called for the physio to go onto the field, and he's holding his right thigh, not too sure, or is it the knee? But it's not looking good because there he is. I wonder if it's just cramp maybe.
So early in the game, I hope not. I think it's a bit of a collision, but much like the first half, it's a nervy, sort of cagey start from both teams. No free-flowing football just yet. But again, a set-play situation. Both keepers have been a little bit suspect at times. So they need to absolutely take advantage of these situations.
Well, Hills is back up. And wasn't in the starting lineup in the last game that we did here. Came on at half-time against Benedict's. But he started here, so let's hope that it is not cramp and he's fit enough and it's maybe a knock or something. He's holding that right thigh of his. Here's the free kick from presentation. Chipped into the box. Heads go up. Raymond. Oh, not a good clearance from him. He's missed the ball. and eventually it goes out, and it's going to be a corner for presentation. So we've seen yet another set play, and you guys have been talking that we have not seen a goal from a set play, and if it has to come, it could very well come from one of these.
Yeah, because they've been cancelling out each other on the pitch. A lot of it has been played in midfield. These opportunities are crucial.
Well, here is the corner, goes towards the first post. Not a good one, cleared away. It's picked up by Pantor, and he is brought down. It's going to be a free kick for Naparima.
Yeah, late infringement there. Always a foul. Seems like Antonio Hills of Naparima College may play no part in this game moving forward.
Yeah, it's.
I thought it was cramp initially. I know we both asked, all three of us asked a question, but that's a poor giveaway.
Yeah, it is. But here comes presentation to Brathwaite. Going around, Cooper sends it across, and it's pushed away. But here's still danger for Naparima with Barkley. He's trying to get it back to Brathwaite. Brathwaite sending it across, and then it's finally cleared out of play. And it's going to the man who's clearing it out there.
Yes,
seems to be Kalis.
It's a good ball spillway. Pascal made a mess of it, and Barkley tried to pick up, but was always moving away from the goal. That was just better for Prez.
Well, we see a substitution. Hills is off, and the man who's coming on is Brathwaite, is it? Sorry, Hernandez. Oh, that's Naparima. Yeah, this is the presentation sheet. So it's Hernandez on. There is the confirmation. Hernandez for Hills.
Colin, massive crowd in here, but they're a little bit subdued, to be honest. They're looking for a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of quality from the players that has been lacking. Credit to the defenders, though, that have stifled everything the opponents have put forward to them. But they're certainly looking for a little bit more.
The last game Naparima played, I think it was a goalless draw when they were held to a goalless draw by Sanwan North.
Yeah, up in Bukwalatris. That's and in the grand scheme of things, it's not good enough for either team because they need points.
That's right.
They're chasing a Fatima College and a Sanwan North secondary who's up there in the numbers in terms of points. And when you're coming down, and you mentioned it, Rudam, for just 5 games, 5 rounds of football left, you really need to start picking up points. Of course, Naparima still has Fatima College to play, and both teams there still have St. Anthony's College to play. Still a lot to play for, but not necessarily a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, they need 3 points. Naparima in particular. You know, somehow, guys, I think, you know, I don't want to call things too early, but I think Naparima has much more of a chance than presentation. And but they've got that crucial fixture against Fatima right here. And you have to think they've got to win that. They've got to win today as well.
Yeah, I think today is much more important than the Fatima, because if they don't get all 3 points today, the Fatima College game just becomes all academic. Important that they try to turn things up a bit. And I'm just looking at them, Rudam Fan. I'm looking to see if there's a subtle change in their tactical approach, maybe a deployment of more numbers going forward. But it seems that since they've come out of the locker room at half-time, it's more of the same from the first half.
Yeah, status quo remains from the first half. I'm not sure if he's just not trying to lose the game in the next half hour or so and really go for it in the last 15. But we'll see. Time will tell.
Tactically, who you think has got it right here this afternoon?
I think it's tough to say because it's lacked so much quality, and it's really came down to the odd set play here and there and the odd moment of individual brilliance. So from a tactical standpoint, I don't think both coaches necessarily be satisfied, because we've seen instances where Naparima College should try to stroke the ball around the back. Yes, coach would want that, but he'd also want them to advance the football when keeping possession and probing and try to play through the middle of the park, and as Rudamfa rightly said, breaking through the lines. They haven't seen that, and from Prez, they've gone more for the more direct route, and that as well has not necessarily paid dividends for them.
Well, here's Barkley. looking to go up that left side and finally cleared downfield. This is Panto doing very well, but eventually, he slipped. Panto, not a good shot. He had a little time to settle that ball. He tried to hit it, to me, on his weaker foot. I haven't seen Panto enough to say is he right-footed or left-footed. But Radanfa, he had time to settle a little bit.
He certainly looked right-footed, but that left-footed swipe at her, not very convincing at all.
Well, it's going to be a long throw, as usual, from Francis. Headed away. Brathwaite sends it back upfield. But this is Cooper. Hit too far ahead of anyone in particular. And out comes Lazarus. It's going to go long upfield, no doubt. Maybe aiming for Barkley. But it goes towards Brathwaite. Hernandez heads it forward to Francis. Strokes it out nicely there on that right side towards Calise. He goes down the line towards Vespri. Vespri giving chase now, looking to go inside of his man, but it's won back here by Presentation as they come away with it through Barkley. That's well won back here. That's good football on the part of Pascal, and he's brought down. So it's going to be a free kick for Naparima.
Excellent tracking back from Pascal. Could he just release it a little earlier and catch them on the break once more?
Well, Francis is going to come across to take the free kick.
Just on that point there, Rodolfo, it seems with both teams, when they get into certain positions, there's a lot of indecision in what they should do, whether they should pass or shoot or make some sort of a play, and it's really hampered the flow of this game. That's a good ball.
Yep, not a bad ball from Francis. It comes to Raymond. Looking to take on Brathwaite, sends it back across field, and eventually, I was going to say it's cleared away. But here is a ball going down the left side. Raymond doing very well indeed. Sends the ball across. This could be danger here for Naparima. For Presentation, sorry, as Francis trying to come forward with it. It's picked up in the middle of the field. It goes all the way back. This is Alexander. Plays it to Cooper. He goes wide to the man who came on as a substitute, Hernandez. Plays it to Panto. Trying to get around Cooper. And eventually, it's cleared back upfield by Pemberton, but it's going to come right back at the press defense. Raymond with the cross. That's too close to the keeper. Coming up to 58 minutes here. Still, we await the first goal at Lois Street, the home of Naparima College. Or I should say the home of Naparima College ground, because the college is a little bit away from here, but this is Felix eventually clearing it upfield, and it's going to be a throw. But in the meantime, Naparima seems to be making a substitution. The number 6 player, is it?
Yes, Zarion Francis.
Zarion France,
sorry.
Yep, he is coming on, and we'll wait and see who he's come on for.
Vespri.
So he's come on for Vespri. So France for Vespri. And I would think it's more like for like change. I'd be surprised if France doesn't go wide on that right side. But this is a ball played forward to Panto. A good run, but it's played back to Raymond. Sends the cross in. Eventually cleared upfield by Cooper, but it's going to come right back. Looking to take the shot on there was Bailey. Eventually, no one really getting hold of the ball. Francis. Eventually they come away with it now. Presentation in possession. But again, running a little bit too much with the ball there as Raymond. He gives it away to Cooper. And Cooper in turn nearly gave it away to Raymond, but in fact, he gives it away to Bailey. He plays that ball wide to Calise. Calise goes down the line to the man who's come on there, France. But that's not a great cross. And eventually it's headed back upfield. Calise has to go all the way back to Alexander. And we've seen this so much this afternoon. Cooper to Hernandez. And he's going to go back to Cooper. Calise, long ball. Oh, nearly was misjudged there by Lazarus. He started to come, and you were complaining all that, Brent. He seems to come too early, and he was coming too early there. And all of a sudden, he had to put mash brakes and reverse, and was able to get hold of it.
Well, I just wondered for a second there. I knew he lost flight of the ball, but whether or not he would have been able to get back on the line in time to obviously get the ball.
Well, credit to him. He did well in the end. There is a throw for presentation. It's going to be taken by Felix. Well, I don't think he expected that back from Raymond, but he got it, Felix. This is Barkley. Brathwaite. Oh, that's hit too far. The intention was good, but because Barkley was making the run, and Felix just couldn't control the ball, played forward, and the goal kick has been taken already.
Yeah, like you say, Colin, decent intent, but just that quality, especially in the final part, in the final third of the field, has been lacking from both teams.
Well, he has to go all the way back to goalkeeper Romain. This is Cooper, allowing it to run, and then plays it forward, looking for Panto. Turns nicely with it, looking to go past his man, and looking to have a shot. But eventually it turned out to be a pretty good pass, and it has to be cleared away for a corner. A right-sided corner. It's going to be taken by Bailey, who has gone across there. There's some of the crowd here. We've been seeing all along, it's a huge crowd here. At least 3,000 people here. It's a huge crowd. And here is the corner. For the first time, we've not seen a good corner. It's gone behind. It's going to be a goal kick for presentation.
Well, I'm looking at Rudamford, both teams' subs warming up. And you just wonder what's going on in the minds of both coaches. Of course, we know from a Naparima College perspective, they need the points, and so do presentation. But I think more so Naparima, as they are more in touch with the leaders. What do you think is going through the coaches' minds here?
Yeah, Naps 2 points ahead of Prez. A draw isn't going to do either team any good here today, honestly, if they're actually thinking about competing for top spot.
Is it offensive changes, maybe defensive?
Absolutely. At some point, he's going to have to throw the dice, and it's going to have to be an offensive change, both teams, and that's going to open up the game, I reckon, in the last 20-odd minutes.
Well, here we see presentation making a substitution, and the player coming off is Felix, and going on for presentation, it looks to be the number 16 player. That's Brathwaite. So we've got Micah Brathwaite on, and we also have Malik Brathwaite on. So the two Brathwaites are on for presentation. As they go up that left side with it. Real tussle there for the ball. Eventually it's played downfield to Panto, but he can't control it. It's going to be picked up by Cooper. So number 16, Micah Brathwaite. So we will call him Micah. There's the confirmation of the substitution. Brathwaite for Felix as Cody Cooper is down, gets a helping hand. So it's going to be a free kick for Prez. Sent to the far post, headed out. It's going to be a corner for Naparima, left-sided corner. So don't miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. Don't miss the excitement of this schoolboy football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. Here is the corner being taken. Again, a nice shot of all the crowd here. They're estimated to be somewhere in the vicinity of 3,000. So it's going to be is it a free kick for, no, let's see. Player down, it's the goalkeeper actually, down at the moment. So it's
well, he's had a busy afternoon.
Yeah.
Because we talked about the dead ball situations, the balls coming into the box, and he's been active.
The goalkeeper Lazarus.
Yeah, he's had, of course, his moments, but I think by and large, he's certainly done a good job in terms of recent and coming for the ball.
Yeah, he was brave there and took a knock for his team. But that's how it has to be sometimes, you know. You take all these little knocks and it's all for the benefit of your team, and credit to him. Even though he had some shaky moments in the first half, he's kept his cool, he's kept his composure, and he's bailed his team out there with a good punch.
Well, here is the player still down at the moment, goalkeeper Lazarus. Let's hope he's okay, because you want your number one keeper at all times on the field. Though we've seen a reserve keeper come on and have a blinder, but not too sure. He seems to have a little bit of a muscular problem. Let's hope he can continue. There's Coach Sean Cooper. I think we were making the point, Brent, about the presentation in terms of conceding goals. They conceded 3 against St. Benedict's last time out, but outside of that, they've been really good at the back in terms of not conceding many goals. I think the 3 they conceded against Benedict, that they're now what, 9 they've conceded?
Yeah, and outside of Fatima College, who's conceded 5 goals, they're the second stingiest defense in the league so far. But I think the problem has always been the goal scoring side, because when you look at the top 6 teams, they scored 15 goals, and the next to them, it's St. Benedict's College with 25 goals. That's a huge dip.
Well, here's Cooper with the clearance, but it's gone behind for a right-sided corner. And it's going to be Bailey going across to take the corner.
Lazarus still favouring that calf, that sore calf. Could that be a factor here? Would he be timid and just stay at home?
Here is the corner going towards the far post, and he does well. Does very well. That's one of his better takes for the afternoon, Lazarus.
Outstanding. Sore calf and all.
So he gives it to Cooper. Coming up to 70 minutes. And tired legs will start in a while. We would start to see tired legs and things like that. And could it be a moment of magic here, or maybe a mistake that we see the first goal? Here's the cross. Goes to the far post. Kalis is there. But so too is Elliott. And it goes out. We see a couple substitutions being made. Presentation. They seems to be Jacob And Jacob and Boyce coming on. Not sure who's coming off. So Jacob and Boyce are the two players on for presentation.
I think that's the attacking change that we anticipated.
Yeah.
A 9 and 11, so that's your big number 9 up front. And a winger comes on.
So here is a long ball play that comes off of the, it's gone. So it's going to be, this is Boyce, but it's cleared downfield. And Panto coming away with it. He's brought down. No, says the referee. He's played it on. He's played on. It's with Brathwaite. Gets it towards Jacob. He can't keep it in. It's going to be a through. Hernandez with the through. Gets it to Panto. Going down that left side is in fact the man who's come on as a substitute for Raymond. That's Forbes, Jabari Forbes.
Well, you just wonder, gentlemen, the last time our cameras were here, of course, Naparima College went down to St. Benedict's College.
But they were 2 up.
And they were 2 up and they lost. And you wonder psychologically if it's playing on their minds, especially the magnitude of this game.
Well, here is the man who has come on as a substitute, Boyce. Gets it over to the other substitute, Jacob. Jacob doing well. Gets past Hernandez. Here's Jacob. He tried to, thought he held on a little too long. Had the opportunity to get it across.
Yeah, he was looking, and any good coach would tell you sometimes you just serve the ball and they will come onto it. But he was looking for someone, when he just needed to roll the ball across the goal and then invite someone onto it.
Yeah, the hesitancy just gave Hernandez corner.
Well, here is the corner going to the far post. And who's going to come away with it? Yep, Naparima getting possession and coming away with it is Forbes. Looking around now, he's covered around with yellow shirts. But it's picked up by Jones in the midfield. Good, that's a really good ball, wide now. And it goes over to the far post. No one in particular.
Something we've touched on before, Forbes on the break, indecision again, and that turns into an extra touch, and that turns into a tackle, and then you're losing possession and you're going the wrong way. Sometimes it's sometimes just make the simple pass and go beyond the guy who just passed it to.
Clement was that one, had the ball sent across, but they've won a corner now. Presentation. Barkley is going across to take it. Here is the corner, headed away. Jacob and Brathwaite getting in each other's way, and the break could be on here. As Forbes trying to get it across. Eventually, Cody Cooper is there, and he's pulled back by Forbes. It's going to be a free kick for Presentation. No goals yet. Coming up to 75 minutes in this game. Just have about 15 and a half minutes left. There is Cooper coming away with it and just held back by Forbes. So the free kick sent upfield and headed towards the man there he's brought down. France, who's come on as a substitute. So he is shown Cooper on the side of the field getting a little bit hysterical. I normally don't see him like that. You see a little bit of a talking to there. given to George by the referee. As it's over onto the far side. Trying to go down the right side was Forbes, but it's overhit. Are we going to see a goal today, guys? I don't think either of you look very optimistic. I must say, you are the two worst people to ask, but their possession, look at that, 55% possession as opposed to 45% Naparima to Prez, and then the pass completion, 59% to 51, again, in favor of Naparima. Not surprising.
Yeah, Naps have edged in terms of those two stats, of course, but the bottom stat is the most important. It's still 0-0.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here goes presentation up that left side, but it's cleared away. But Barkley still trying to get possession. Eventually, he does get possession and has a crack. Oh, he nearly caught Romain by surprise. It was a way distance out and he was at a bad angle, but he still went fit. It was low, it had some power in it, and on this kind of surface, it was skidding across the ground. And in the end, I thought the goalkeeper Romain did well.
Yeah, he did well, because if you utilize his reaction time as a gauge, he looked like he saw it very late. As you have another look at it here, ball coughed up there by Pascal. And look at that, just like skidding off the surface. That was certainly going to duck into the far corner. Romain made sure of that. And yeah, to answer your question, Colin, I am optimistic there'll be a goal.
Well, at least one of us are. 1 out of 3, not bad.
I wonder where that's going, the pass completion or in the possession?
I tell you, it's they both seem to be just cancelling out each other. And I tell you what, Romain and Lazarus, when they've had to deal with certain situations, they've come up good.
Yeah, that's reflected in the scoreline, of course. For all the little indecision and scary moments, they've always done just enough to keep it out.
That's right. Well, it's going to be Naparima's ball here with a free kick. Cooper is going to go back to Alexander. We've said that so many times for the afternoon, and no doubt he's going to go to Callis. There's Callis. And he's going to pump it long. And here comes Lazarus. Well, not too sure what that is about, because we've got another 12 and a half minutes in this game left. Don't think Sean Cooper would have given instructions to play for a draw. But this is Boyce, does well. But Hernandez intercepts it. Gets it to France. Ooh, that's going to be a yellow card.
It was not only late, it was very, very clumsy. And
Levi Jones.
Yeah, Levi Jones. Just happy that Bailey didn't suffer more. Look at this here, Bailey, all eyes are on the ball, and I'll tell you what, if Bailey was wondering what being in a UFC fight would have been like, I'm sure he just got a small taste of it.
Yeah, all eyes on the ball, so he didn't see the massive number 6 flying in at him.
And Bailey is not a big lad. But thankfully he's going to be all right. Lives to fight on. And Levi Jones got the card, but we see a substitution, is it? No, it's not a substitution. In fact, Clement is just getting into position, probably just asking him to come back and pick up, as that ball is played out onto that right side to Callis. Sends it in field. Pemberton does well. Sends it back upfield. But it's picked up here in the middle of the field by Pascal. But he gives it away. This is good defending by that man there, Cooper. Ball sent upfield. Headed out again by Cooper. This is presentation. Coming wide to Brathwaite, but he can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw for Naparima. So don't miss the excitement of the SSFL on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. And then, of course, don't miss the excitement of Vista Schoolboy Football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. But here comes Naparima looking to break this deadlock. Just got about 9.5 minutes left on whatever added on time there will be. It's goalkeeper Lazarus.
It seems to me, Colin, like both coaches are happy to keep it as it is. Not the result, of course, but how they play, how they set up tactically. I haven't detected anything tactically changed. They're just banging their heads against the wall and trying to break down.
Here's the right-sided corner. Going to the far post. The heads go up. And what a miss from Cooper. He should have buried that. He got up above everybody else. Had the header to put away, and it sort of slid off his head and went wide. Well, what a chance.
I'd like to know Rudamfa's up.
Two of you would love balls coming across the box like that.
Absolutely.
The two of you just love it, don't you?
Big chance, big chance. He got up early, but maybe not able to maintain the hang time that he wanted to. So his connection was when he was on the way down. And that meant that it just slid off his head and gone wide.
Want to give you two guys a score line here, which if Travis Mulrain hears about it, he would be most upset as well. Because both Sawa North and Fatima, they're being held to draw at the moment because Malik is drawing 1-1 and I think St. Anthony's is holding Sawa North to a goalless draw at the moment. So it means if Naparima can get these 3 points, they would be really, and that's obviously dependent if Fatima and Sawa North don't go on to win their respective games. It could very well mean Naparima could close the gap, but they've got to score a goal at least. But this is Hernandez. What is he going to do? He's being boxed in at the moment. And he gives it away to Brathwaite. Brathwaite looking to get it to Barkley. This is Jacob. He's going to go back to Brathwaite. Back to Jacob. Plays that ball infield to Barkley. Brathwaite. And this is a good run going up that right side. And it's sent across field. And just couldn't get there in time. The man coming in, Clement, at the far post, just couldn't get his head onto it. As presentation, come away with it through Forbes. Sorry, Naparima coming away with it through Forbes, but they give it right back to Preds. Ball played forward by Naparima. And in fact, they have to go back to Calice. He plays it wide towards France. This is Francis. Looks to have a shot. Goes just over the bar. So player down at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good play there.
Francis,
Francis was always rising.
Yeah.
Just, leaning back, and you know, both Rudamf and I are looking for tactical changes. Numerically, it looks like they've asked Francis to play a bit closer to Panto up front, but not necessarily they've changed the tactical approach. And just wonder, as you rightfully said, with some of the scores that are coming in, do you just go for broke?
I think they just need to. They need to get a victory. A draw is not good enough for them. But again, it's dependent on what happens elsewhere. 5 minutes to go here. Still, we can't break the deadlock.
In those 5 minutes, we'll see which coach is braver, perhaps, or maybe he will take the initiative of a player himself.
Cooper, long ball, looking there for Jacob. But this is Panto. But Brathwaite is there. Plays that ball in field. As George couldn't get possession of it, so it comes wide. Sends across field, but to no one in particular. Francis is going to get there. It's going to be a throw. Well, I suppose, guys, when you're looking at a game like this and you go for a man of the match, it has to be a defender. Well, we've just got news that Fatima, they've gone 2-1 up against Malik. Must be a very plucky performance from Malik. Yeah, so this is Cooper in possession. So guys, when you're looking at a man of the match here, and I know the two of you would love this, it has to be, you have to look at the defenders. Or maybe a goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, either of the two. I think you have questioned that man in some of his decisions to come off the line, but since then, Ramfa has come up clutch for them. And, of course, Romain in the other end.
Yeah,
he's shown some good pair of hands.
I've been impressed by both Coopers on either end.
Well, here is Lazarus, does well there.
Very good goalkeeping.
Yep, that's excellent goalkeeping. Timed his run well and cleared it back upfield. So we have just about 3 minutes left in this game, and whatever added on time there may be, I would expect he may give about 4 or 5 minutes with the injuries.
Yeah, like I said, both Coopers on both ends have been terrific. But I'll give the Naparima, perhaps the Naparima Cooper the edge, because he's got forward a lot more. He's been on the end of some of their offensive corners, and he's been a real threat when they attacked.
Well, here comes Naparima on the attack again. This could be a chance. Well, just held on to the ball. That was, it's offside. It's just held on to the ball there.
He's got to shoot. He's got to shoot.
Yep,
he's in the box, hit it across the keeper. He's going to parry it. It's going to fall somewhere in there. You got to shoot there. You don't have a chance if you don't shoot.
Yeah, that was France going up the right side that time. But here's Barkley. We understand that there's going to be, we've got just 2 minutes left, but we understand there's going to be 4 minutes of added on time. Here's Levi Jones in possession. He goes back towards Pemberton. This is Cooper with a long ball forward. Comes to Brathwaite. George going forward with it. Eventually, the loose ball rolls to. Well, are you looking at Cooper, guys, for man of the match from Naparima, Josiah Cooper?
Yeah, I think so. He was solid defensively.
That's
and
right.
Certainly provided a threat offensively.
Yeah, he should have scored as well. But you're right, guys. I think he going forward when he went forward, presentation had to pay close attention to him, which they did.
Well, I would say this much: if someone pops up here and scores,
well,
I definitely change my mind. I'm telling you in advance.
I will second you with that. I have no problem if someone produces some sort of magic and scores. I tell you, a player who I've looked at all afternoon and I've liked his movements. I just don't think he's got his. Here is Francis. That's a poor ball, and it's cleared back upfield by Jacob. I like the look of Barkley, from presentation. He seemed to be all over the field, but just didn't get into good scoring opportunities. But here's Jacob. Talking about that, here's Barkley. Here's Barkley. Oh, I was looking for the goal there from him.
Cooper.
I was looking for Barkley, guys, to get onto that. And Cooper cleared it away.
Yeah, I think Cooper heard you.
Yes. Well, we are in the final minute now, or the final few seconds of the 90 minutes. We are into added on time. Can presentation break the deadlock? The ball sent across field, over the head of Barkley, headed away again, this time by Alexander. This is Forbes playing it forward for Pantor, but it's won by Cody Cooper. Ball played into midfield now to Jones. Jones playing it back on that left side to Young. And it comes off of Forbes, so it's going to be a throw for presentation. See, Young is waiting for some movement. Throws it upfield. Played it in the middle of the field. This is Bailey. Goes wide to Forbes. Back to Calise. Gets it to to Alexander, sorry. He gets it to Cooper. To Hernandez. Francis. Oh, that's good football. Cooper, oh, he was trying to run with it, and luckily he gets a second bite to play it upfield. Cooper doing very well as Boyce was trying to get the better of him. Plays it back to his keeper. He gives it to Calise. That's it too long. It's going to go through to the keeper. We have 2.5 minutes left of added on time. Can this deadlock be broken? It's been a hard-fought derby. Levi Jones plays it to Barkley. Sends it across field. And cleared away by Hernandez. That's good defending. So, we have a right-sided corner. 2 minutes of added on time left.
Tell you what, Barkley, good early cross. He caught everybody by surprise, including his own teammate. If he was a little more alive to that, maybe he might have got on the end of it.
So Levi Jones is going across to take the corner. I thought Cody Cooper might have gone up, but I think they're going to settle for the point because he's not gone up. Pemberton hasn't either, so the two central defenders have stayed back. Oh, this could be a chance here. Cleared away again. So Prez looking for that winner. We are into the final minute of added on time. Presentation. Pressing here. Looking for that victory. Cleared away again. This time Forbes plays it long. Francis giving chase. Cody Cooper is there. Plays it into touch. Here comes Naparima now. Trying to break this deadlock, but it's played out. We have about 30 seconds left. This could very well be the final chance. I would think they would go with a long throw with Francis. Back to Francis. Sends it in field. Here is Cooper with a header. Oh! Well. You guys, you were praying for that ball to just nip into the back. Give that man credit though, Lazarus.
He's almost overran it once more. He took 2 steps forward and had to be scrambling back and just got his fingertips on it.
Well, we have played. This is the final assault on the presentation goal. That was the replay there of Lazarus' save. Here is the corner, looking for Cooper again. It slips out. Oh, as it put it in the back of the net. They're claiming for the goal. The assistant referee on the far side, flag is down, and that is the end here. But they are claiming that goal.
Well, I'd love to see a replay of that because I am very sure that looked like it was close. As we see some of the dejected Naparima College players. I just wonder, guys, maybe another look would give us a fair idea of it.
I think the header was for Cooper again, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for Cooper on the line.
Well, so the full-time score here, goalless between Naparima College and Presentation in this derby. But what drama we had at the end there with the corner being taken. Cooper with the header. The Naparima players are claiming that it may have gone over the line. But the assistant referee on the far side, he was looking on, and he felt that it didn't cross the line, and it meant that the game has ended in a stalemate here at Lois Street in San Fernando. There is the crowd making their way out, but let's have a look at the highlights here as the corner came in and cleared away. The long throw from Calise eventually cleared upfield. But here comes Naparima again. This was Panto. Hurried the shot here. He had his time, could have taken his time to bury that one. He hustled the shot, and it went wide. But this time, the corner from Naparima, and Lazarus takes that one nicely. That's a good take. Really a good take. And the shot from Barkley, that's a good shot. It skidded across the outfield, the turf, and the keeper had to get down quickly. Then the corner from Naparima, the header from Cooper, you had to think he should have at least hit the target. He jumped early, headed it wide, and then the shot from Francis never really got hold of it. Was always leaning back and went over the bar. And this time, Lazarus coming out quickly as France was coming in. Ball chipped. Cooper with the header, and Lazarus started to come forward, and it nearly sneaked in. And then the final minute here, the ball slipped out of the hand of the keeper, and the header came from Cooper right at the end. Couldn't score. So here are the final stats. 10 shots from Naps, 5 from Presentation, 4 shots to 2 in favor of Naparima. Shots on target, that is 5 fouls each. Yellow cards, 2 for Presentation, none for Naparima, no red cards. Offsides, 1 each for both teams. 10 corners for Naps, 9 to Presentation. 2 saves from the Naparima keeper, 4 saves from the Pres keeper, and possession 55%, Naparima 45%. But the more important stat is right at the top there in green. Naparima 0, Presentation 0. Let's go downstairs to Hans. He's got the man of the match with him.
0-0 the final score. Josiah Cooper, our man of the match today. Congratulations to you. You had a great performance today despite the results. What do you attribute today's great performance to?
Well, 2 big teams came together here today. Big game, you know. We push, and we try to fight it out to the very last whistle.
Well, from this draw, what does it mean for the team for the rest of the SSFL Premiership division? What kind of fight are you all going to put on, and what can we expect?
I mean, we hope the results go off key for the other teams. I mean, we'll keep pushing until, you know, anything happens so that we could top the league.
All right, thank you very much, Josiah Cooper, man of the match. Congratulations to you. From one Cooper to the next, Brent Sancho has the coach of Presentation College with him right now.
Coach, 90 minutes plus of football, 0-0 at the end of the day. Your assessment of the game?
Well, I think, you know, after we spilled the penalty, I think was even Steven.
Well, of course, the game meant a lot for both teams and school historically, but a points perspective, with 5 games left in the season, do you think it's still possible for Presentation College?
No, I don't think so. It's a easy street going forward with Fatima and Sawa. I don't think they have any games in hand to trouble them. So it's their league to lose. This game was a derby, so we expected a very close one.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best to you for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Coach Moraine, of course, 0-0 at the end of the day. You had 1 or 2 chances. A missed penalty from Presentation College. Your assessment of the game so far?
Well, besides the missed penalty, I think it was a very even game. A lot of ebbs and flows. I think it was an epic battle befitting a Pres Naps derby. We have to look forward. We can't do anything about this game, and just hope to win the rest of our games and hope results go our way elsewhere.
Well, it's 2 back-to-back games without scoring any goals. Is that a concern for you moving forward?
Well, it is a concern because we were scoring goals and conceding. We worked a bit defensively. Now we're getting the clean sheets, but we're not converting up front. So we just have to keep working on the training field.
Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best to you.
Still a celebratory mode here at Lewis Street, San Fernando. Both teams coming away with no goals, a draw, 1 point each. They share in the spoils. Coming up in the Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division, Round 12, we bring you action from Trinity College Mocha grounds as East Mokarapo Secondary take on Pleasantville Secondary School. The action continues, and also it's a schoolboys football. We get ready for Warmers Boys versus St. Jago High. Look out for that match happening as well. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, my name is Hans Devines. Thank you so much for viewing. Remember, if you want to stay up to date with all of this schoolboy action as well as the Secondary Schools Football League Premiership Division, all you have to do is download the SportsMax app. We leave you with some moments from today's matchup. Final score, Naparima 0, Presentation 0.